Welcome to the Fast, the Furious and the Downright Curious. This is Bike Racing Without Mercy, and today I've got a strength training session on the deck.
I look at my pre and post workout nutrition and how it helps me reduce body fat, plus a typical strength training session focused on my glutes and hamstrings to help me apply even pedal power.
Now, I thought it might be a good moment to share with you what I do to prepare for any training session, whether it's on the bike or in the gym or both. And like most of you, I've got a job to go to. So I need to train early in the morning and I need a little preparation regime that epitomises both speed and efficiency. And my regime does exactly that. Firstly, water. Because if you're not hydrated, you're just not going to perform at your best. Next, almond milk. Because the calories are low and I like the taste. Then we come to the whey protein. Natural whey protein, very low carb and very low fat. It also contains essential amino acids, and they're really good because once they get into the bloodstream during intense exercise, they help preserve muscle. And I think that's a great thing because muscle yields all kinds of athletic benefits, but also a myriad of other health benefits. And next comes coffee. Now, this is actually the only time during the day that I actually drink it. And combined with training early in the morning when I'm fasted and also not eating any carbs before training, I think it helps turn on my fat burning machinery, i.e. the hormones of cortisol and adrenaline. And it also provides a really welcome energy boost. Over time, I found that it helps my body get used to breaking down fat to create energy. And for this quest, the quest to win an e-cycling race on Zwift, that's a great thing because I'm looking to maximise my watts per kilogram and minimise the waistline. I should also add that if I'm having a really intense training session or going racing, I'll add in some carbohydrates because carbs help create glycogen, and that's a much more easy to access form of energy for the body. And the body will always utilise the glycogen first before it then resorts to breaking down fat tissue in order to create energy. So, if you're eating your carbs before training, the body's going to burn through all the glycogen that those carbs create before it gets round to breaking down body fat.
Saturday morning, and I like to spend a bit of time in the gym, and I'm starting off with single leg deadlifts, and I'm using a band to make these a little bit harder. And in future shows, I'll be introducing you to Rob Devonport. He's a friend and personal trainer, and he'll be able to explain the significance of both the movement and the band in order to create strength in the glute and the hamstring. Moving on to the other side. Now 24 kilograms may not seem like very much, but it's actually quite a lot because you've got a lot of work to do in order to stabilise the leg muscles, the back and the core, and have a nice smooth movement with good form. I should also point out that I had to start off with much lower weights in order to get to this level, and it's very important to note that you don't actually need to do these with a band. They're sufficiently difficult without, and Rob will explain why I'm using a band in time to come. I was careful to lavish equal attention to both legs with 3 sets of 10 reps on each side before moving on to wide snatch grip deadlifts. The deadlift is probably your biggest bang for your buck exercise in terms of gaining strength and building muscle. Now it has many variants, and this one is called a wide snatch grip deadlift. And the reason I'm using it is to ensure that in the setup, I'm maximising the involvement of my lat muscles and focusing on technique in terms of the setup. Now the band is purely optional, and in shows to come, Rob will explain why it's helpful for me and ironing out some of my weaknesses. This morning I was feeling quite chipper, so I decided to add a fulsome 5 extra kilograms to the bar to take it to 70 kilograms in total. And I went on to complete 3 more sets of 5 reps with the 70 kilograms, all the time trying to maintain a very nice straight back and keeping my legs pushed out and my lats engaged. As for the bike, you'll see that I'm very talented on the grimacing front and also turning my face into a beautiful shade of rouge. Having devoted plentiful attention to the hamstrings, the glutes and the posterior chain, I decided that it was time to finish off the back with 3 sets of 10 reps of chin-ups. Now, an added benefit from chin-ups is that they develop one of the vanity muscles, the biceps. As for all of the movements today, I'm really focused on my core and trying to involve my lat muscles and at the same time pull my elbows back and into me in order to initiate the movement. You'll see from the speed of the final reps that I found it tough going. Now, we all understand the importance of a strong core, and pro cyclists like Peter Sagan have talked how helpful it's been for them to develop this aspect of their strength in order to get even power down through the pedals. As a result, I decided to finish off my workout with 3 sets of 10 reps of decline sit-ups. Now, I should add that, of course, all of the exercises in this workout will help develop core strength, but this one's more of an isolation exercise to really get that last bit of strength out of the abdominal muscles, and also a final opportunity for me to undertake a little bit of grimacing.
So now I'm back from the gym, it's time to help the body recover from the training session and hopefully repair the damaged muscle tissue. So it's really a rinse and repeat from earlier. Almond milk, natural whey protein, 20 grams. I also like to have an apple or some other source of fruit because it's got vitamin C in it, and that helps calm down the body, reduce some of that cortisol and adrenaline, and get you back into a much more level state of being. Also, I like a little treat, and I love my carbohydrates. I eat them throughout the day, and currently, post any kind of workout, I'm really into these potato cakes and some jam and peanut butter. Tastes good. And if you want to eat bread, eat bread. If you want to eat rice cakes, eat rice cakes. I don't care. The carbs are really important to building the glycogen back up in the muscles to fuel future training sessions. None of this is advice. You do whatever it is you want to do, but whoever you are and whatever you do, please remember to live, thrive, and subscribe.